The world is vast, diverse, and filled with incredible people, and it's all been captured in one solid book. Introducing my new coffee table book, Humanity, A Glimpse of Us, which is a breathtaking collection of portraits that celebrate the unique cultures, faces, and stories of people from every corner of the earth. From the bustling streets of New York to the remote villages of the Pacific Islands, each image tells a story. Every smile, every gaze, every detail is a window into a life, a culture, and a moment in time. And this book isn't just about the amazing images, it's about connection. It's a journey around the world, right from your living room. So with this being my very first foray into authorship, I invite you all to be among the first to own this stunning collection and celebrate the beauty of humanity with me. The world is waiting. Let's explore it together. Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to be covering Solid Snake. Now, he made his very first appearance in a Konami video game, Metal Gear, that was released in July of 1987. His so-called real name is David Hayter, but he's also gone by various different aliases, such as simply Snake, Iroquois Pliskin, Old Snake, Legendary Hero, and the man who makes the impossible possible. And overall, he's one of the most iconic video game protagonists in video game history, period. And you can't convince me otherwise. Now, he's an American operative that at his tallest has been portrayed at being 6 feet tall, and at his heaviest, he's weighed 167 pounds, having bluish gray eyes and brown hair, although he later turned gray. Now, Solid Snake is a central figure in several key installments of Konami's Metal Gear franchise as a whole. He's renowned as a legendary mercenary, soldier, and espionage expert. As I stated earlier, often being described as, and I quote, the man who makes the impossible possible. His expertise lies in solo infiltration, close quarters combat, demolitions, and survival under extreme conditions. Now, Snake's origins are deeply intertwined with the series' overarching legendary figure known as Naked Snake, aka Big Boss. We know that David was born in 1972, and his skills and abilities were a result of the secret government project known as Les Enfants Terribles, or the Terrible Children. This project aimed to artificially create the perfect soldier by cloning Big Boss using his genetic material. David, alongside his quote-unquote twin brothers, Eli, aka Liquid Snake, and George, aka Solidus Snake, were the results. David would receive what was considered Big Boss's recessive and preferred soldier genes, while Liquid received the less coveted dominant ones, a fact that Liquid Snake resented, believing himself to be the inferior clone, although the reality was much more complex. Now, one weakness that we learned was integrated into the clones was accelerated aging, which was intended as a failsafe to prevent them from being used against their creators indefinitely. And for the longest time, David would grow up unaware of his true origins for many years. Eventually, we'd see David inducted into the high-tech special forces unit known as FOXHOUND, commanded by Big Boss himself. Then taking on the codename Solid Snake, he proved to be an exceptional operative. In 1995, he was sent on his first major mission, Operation Intrude N313. He infiltrated the rogue nation Outer Heaven in South Africa to rescue captured Foxhound agents like Gray Fox and destroy Metal Gear, which was a bipedal nuclear-equipped tank. Snake succeeded, ultimately confronting and seemingly killing Outer Heaven's mysterious leader, who was revealed to be his commander, Big Boss. 4 years later, in 1999, Snake was called out of retirement by Foxhound's new commander, Roy Campbell. His mission, Operation Intrude 4014, was to infiltrate Zanzibar land, a heavily fortified military nation in Central Asia, established by Big Boss, who had actually survived their previous encounter. Solid Snake once again battled formidable mercenaries, destroyed Metal Gear D, and confronted Big Boss in a final, brutal showdown, severely injuring him. Following this mission, disillusioned with the military complex and haunted by his actions, Snake retired to Alaska, seeking solitude. However, in 2005, Solid Snake was forcibly pulled back into action by Colonel Roy Campbell. A faction of FOXHOUND, led by Liquid Snake, had gone rogue, seizing control of a nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island, Alaska. They threatened to launch a nuclear strike using the new Metal Gear Rex, unless the US government handed over the remains of Big Boss. Snake's mission was to rescue the hostages, DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and ArmsTech President Kenneth Baker, and completely neutralize the hostile threat. During this mission, Snake confronted the members of the new FOXHOUND, including Psycho Mantis, Sniper Wolf, Vulcan Raven, Decoy Octopus, and Revolver Ocelot. Snake would ally himself with rookie soldier Meryl Silverberg and scientist Hal Otacon Emmerich, and would battle his former comrade Gray Fox, who was now the cyborg ninja. Critically, Snake learned the truth about his origins as a clone of Big Boss from Liquid Snake. He also discovered he was unknowingly carrying the FOXDIE virus, engineered by Naomi Hunter to target specific individuals within FOXHOUND. Nevertheless, Snake defeated Liquid in multiple confrontations and destroyed Metal Gear Rex with Otacon's help. Yet, despite Liquid's apparent death, Snake escaped Shadow Moses with either Meryl or Otacon, depending on player actions, and he was forever changed by the revelations and the missions told. Following Shadow Moses, Snake was branded a terrorist, and he would fake his own death with Otacon's help, and the two formed Philanthropy, an anti-Metal Gear non-governmental organization dedicated to stopping the proliferation of Metal Gear-like weapons worldwide. Now, in 2007, Snake infiltrated a tanker carrying Metal Gear Ray, but the operation was sabotaged by the Revolver Ocelot, now seemingly possessed by the will of Liquid Snake via an arm transplant, which itself was later revealed to be a complex facade. After this battle, the tanker sank and Snake was once again presumed dead. 2 years later, in 2009, during the Big Shell incident, Snake reappeared, initially operating undercover as Lieutenant JG Iroquois Pliskin. He assisted rookie operative Raiden in navigating the complex conspiracy surrounding the terrorist group Sons of Liberty, which was led by Solid Snake, the third Big Boss clone and former US president. Solid Snake would also look into the controlling influence of the shadowy artificial intelligence network known as the Patriots. Snake played a crucial role in exposing the Patriots' S3 plan, also known as Selection for Societal Sanity, but remained largely in a support and mentor capacity to Raiden. By 2014, Snake's accelerated aging had taken a severe toll, leaving him appearing as an elderly man, referred to then as Old Snake. The world was now dominated by private military companies, PMCs, regulated by the Patriots' vast Sons of the Patriots network, which controlled soldiers through nanomachines. Now, Liquid Ocelot, which was actually Revolver Ocelot fully embodying Liquid Snake's persona, or so it seemed, planned to hijack this system. And suffering from a physical decline, but driven by a final sense of duty, Solid Snake embarked on a globe-trotting mission to eliminate Liquid Ocelot once and for all. Being aided by Otacon, Raiden, and others, Snake battled through war-torn environments, confronting old foes like Vamp, and navigated the complex web of the Patriots' control. He ultimately uploaded a virus, Fox Alive, created by Naomi Hunter and Sunny, into the Patriots' core AI, which effectively destroyed their system and freed the world from their digital control. However, this act came at a great personal cost, exposing Snake to intense microwave radiation. Nevertheless, we then see him have a final climactic fistfight with Liquid Ocelot atop Outer Haven, which was Liquid's battleship, and this would end their decades-long rivalry. Near death from exhaustion, accelerated aging, and the lingering FOXDIE, Snake visited Big Boss's grave, intending to end his own life. However, he was unexpectedly confronted by Big Boss himself, who was kept alive by nanomachines and Patriot technology using Solidus's body parts. Big Boss would explain the final truths about Ocelot, Zero, who was the founder of the Patriots, and the true nature of Fox die, revealing that Snake carried a new strain that would soon become non-lethal. So after reconciling with his quote-unquote father and witnessing Big Boss's final moments, Snake chose to live out his remaining days in peace with Otacon and Sunny, finally free from the cycle of battle, having secured a future free from the Patriots' control. So overall, Solid Snake remains a complex character, a stoic, often cynical soldier burdened by his genetic destiny and the horrors of war, yet consistently demonstrating immense courage, resourcefulness, and a deep-seated, if often hidden, compassion and desire for peace. His journey is one of battling fate, legacy, and the systems that perpetuate conflict, ultimately making him a tragic but undeniably heroic figure in the Metal Gear saga. Now, for his abilities and his massive influence not only on Metal Gear, but on pop culture as a whole, for my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give Solid Snake a rating of 10, which is a legendary rating. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like and subscribe to The New Sage.